With a look at Radio Cayman's news, I'm Dion Anglin. The Chief Medical Officer, Dr. John Lee, reports that 416 COVID-19 tests have been carried out since this was last reported on Thursday, August 4th. There were no positive test results. There have been 98,419 COVID-19 vaccinations given in total in the Cayman Islands to date. Of these, 50,308, that's 71% of 71,106 that have had at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, and 48,111, that's 68%, have completed the two-dose course. Cayman Islands government honors Cayman's oldest resident, Wellesley Howell, who passed away on July 23rd at the age of 106. The national flag at all government buildings flown at half-mast all day today in honor of the cultural icon. Mr. Howell was a shoemaker and saxophonist, renowned and beloved as a great contributor to the community through his craftsmanship and music. A tribute issued by the Council of Older Persons notes Mr. Howell showed them how to live a blessed and meaningful life, be friendly, motivate others, love and support our families, and to take time to do what we enjoy. Mr. Howell's funeral will take place tomorrow at the First Baptist Church on Crew Road. The viewing will be from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. with a service immediately following. A survey designed to learn more about the tourism workers displaced by the closure of the borders due to the pandemic collected responses from 96% of the recipients of the stipend, with an ongoing effort to the 100% mark. Acting Deputy Director of International Marketing and Promotions from the Department of Tourism, Mr. Gary Hendricks Dominguez, says 55% of the stipend applicants were female, 45% male.
The age of the persons receiving the stipend skews towards a mature group, with 50% of those persons who completed a survey being over the age of 47. Only 27% of respondents were 35 years or younger. The average age of respondents was 46.3 years old. Females had an average age of 47.4, while males were 44.9.
Mr. Hendricks Dominguez says the data emphasizes the need to expand current tourism programs to get more young Caymanians into the industry. The data also breaks down where the highest concentrations of tourism workers are from.
West Bay had 40% share, or 1,244 persons, followed by Georgetown, which is 31%, or 973 persons. Then Bordentown with 21%, or 648 persons. Both Northside and East End equated to 3% each, with Northside having 100 persons and East End 95 persons. Cayman Brac represented 1%, or 36 persons, with Little Cayman having 11.
Most recipients, 64%, reported they primarily served stayover visitors compared to the 36% primarily serving cruise tourism. A question pondered at Thursday's press briefing during Q&A was, are Cayman's wages attractive enough for Caymanians or residents, and has a possible rise in pay been considered?
Everybody wants higher wages. In respect to the government's position, we're currently reviewing the minimum wage, and hopefully the minimum wage committee can have some more information, data-driven information for us to make a decision in the future.
That was Tourism Minister Honorable Kenneth Bryan. Mr. Bryan then passes the question to Mark Galvin, Cayman Islands Tourism Association President, for his 2 cents.
We actually made a survey among all our membership and trying to understand actually where we were. Obviously, the way we distribute wages is different because in our wages there is a component which is the salaries, and then there is in our industry another component which is obviously the gratuity, tips, and so on. And at the end of the day, we share that information back with the Minister of Tourism, and there was clearly evidence that actually even our entry-level job was at a level that is certainly way above the current minimum wage. At the time, it's somewhere around the $30,000 CI per year for a really basic, after that going up to some very good, attractive salaries.
Mr. Langevin concludes that he thinks the idea of low pay is based on people's perception or an idea spread in the community, not fact-driven by data. The Public Health Department reminds persons travelling to the UK that the requirement for a letter of certification from Public Health and a vaccination certificate issued in the Cayman Islands is limited to passengers arriving in England via the Bahamas, the United States, Canada, Jamaica, or any other amber list country. Letters of certification may be requested from the Office of the Medical Officer of Health by emailing vaccinecertification@hsa.ky, attaching a copy of their vaccination card as a screenshot attached attached to the email request. All requests will take 3 business days to process. Letters will only be issued within 3 weeks of a person's date of travel, as letters of certification are unnecessary for passengers traveling on direct flights from the Cayman Islands to the United Kingdom. Getting a COVID vaccine is your shot to win life-changing cash. Here's Radio Cayman's Christy Wells with more.
Government announced its collaboration with Caymanian-owned company DMS to launch a vaccine lottery program aimed at, quote, increasing Cayman's vaccinated population and support developing herd immunity against future coronavirus outbreaks.
DMS Broadcasting has taken on a challenge to actually put up a grand prize of $100,000 for those persons that have been vaccinated and persons who are going to get vaccinated. They'll also be working with the HSA to do spot prizes and referral prizes as well.
That's Acting Deputy Director for International Marketing and Promotions for the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, Gary Hendricks Dominguez, making the announcement during Thursday's Ministry of Tourism press briefing. There are 2 ways to win. 1, get vaxxed, and 2, refer a friend. Both newly and previously vaccinated persons by the Cayman Islands Health Services Authority, HSA, are eligible for entry in the lottery. To earn a Refer a Friend entry, the referrer must accompany the unvaccinated person to the COVID-19 vaccine clinic. Refer a Friend entries are unlimited, but only validated on the 2nd dose. The more you refer, the more chances to win. In addition, for the grand prize, spot cash prizes will be randomly awarded at COVID-19 vaccine clinics. A valid form of ID and HSA proof of vaccination must be presented to win spot prizes. DMS spokesperson Adrian Poliktovich says at DMS we consider the importance of achieving the vaccination target mandated by the Cayman Islands government to keep our community protected. She says DMS is thrilled to offer our #Immunity for Our Community initiative to motivate our people to get vaxxed, adding after 16 months of border closure and the imminent threat posed by the Delta variant, we want to inspire and mobilize our entire community to get Caymanians back to work. From Radio Cayman News, I'm Christy Wells.
The carnival scene in Cayman comes alive this weekend and vaccinated revelers are ready for the road. Tourism Minister Kenneth Bryan says the first and most important thing is to be safe as possible.
Bring your identification and your vaccination card. Specific identification to the vaccination card the day you got vaccinated. That would be the first protocol. After you have been securely verified by the HSA team, my ministry will give you a band. The next protocol that you need to be mindful of is when you take part in the parade as a participant. It is your responsibility to stay away from observers and spectators who may be standing on the sidewalk enjoying the beautiful feathers and music of the parade. Those 2 rules are the number 1 rules that I want participants to follow.
Minister Bryan says one of the ways government was comfortable with allowing the event to take place was to ensure all participants has had their full doses of the COVID vaccine.
We want to remind those who are spectating or watching the parade to stay 6 feet away from the group of persons who are participating in the parade first. And if you are vulnerable for any health risks or whatever, or just for safety's sake, we would encourage you to wear a mask.
Government has put strict regulations in place for organizations, and organizers are complying so participants and spectators can safely enjoy the event. Swanky International and KMAS organizer Craig Frederick says he's grateful for the support of government for making the event possible.
Even under different circumstances, and we're begging everyone, both participants and the spectators, to remember that we are still in a global pandemic, and that yes, we might not have any so known community spread, we still have protocols to try to maintain the safety and still be able to pull off the world's first carnival this Saturday.
Participants must be verified on the morning of the parade from 7:30 to 11:30 a.m., which takes place on the lawn of the Glass House next to the Government Administration Building. And Jamaica celebrates 59 years of independence today. After 300 years of British rule, Jamaica declared itself an independent state on August 6, 1962. This year's local celebrations include a Friday's health fair and official Jamaican Independence Celebration concert featuring dance DJ Best Dressed Jerk and kids talent competition, as well as Sunday's gospel concert. That'll do it for Radio Cayman's local news. I'm Dion Anglin.